For those who, for those people who have been following the news, right, would understand that currently there is a crisis in China. Sichuan is having, having a natural disaster that has just uh, taken place, which was a major earthquake. Okay, about 6.8 6.8 what do you call that? Okay, so okay, so let me repeat all over again. Okay, to let you read about the news that has okay, so okay, just a moment as I search the news for you. All right. Sometimes something is wrong with the internet, so I had to stop for a while. Okay, what happened in Sichuan is that there was an earthquake that is of a magnitude of 6.8 that has taken place on Monday. All right. The media reports that about 66 people have died already, with 15 missing and hundreds trapped in the national park. All right. And this earthquake actually, right, has taken place just on Monday. And if you look at the Chinese lunar calendar, right, on Monday is actually of the Genshen, on the fourth or on the fifth. Okay, on the fourth is of Genshen, and on the fifth is of the Xingyou. All right. So these 2 days, right? What can we tell about these 2 days, which are very heavy in the metal elemental energy? If you can recall what I have mentioned earlier on, is that this year, which is of the Ren Yin, all right, is strong in which element? It is strong in the wood element, right? It is strong in the wood element, especially in the second half of the year 2022. Thus, therefore, I have mentioned again and again that the wood element will clash with the metal element, causing there to be a sign of 天克地冲 in the month of noon and month of these 7 months. All right. Okay. There is a chance of natural disaster occurring in many places, and it is no coincidence that it took place in China. Okay, that's the reason why I have predicted earlier on that the month of Lunan July, which is August, okay, is not a positive month. All right, many disasters will take place, and unfortunately, this earthquake has taken place in China, causing I think the death toll will continue to increase. All right, so I'll take a look at the comments first. Hi, Miss Maka. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Ajahn has been recovering well and will likely to be discharged by this week already, by the end of this week, most likely. So just want to thank all the supporters and who have helped her during this period, and also provide given her your blessings and prayers. All right. On behalf of Ajahn, I'd like to extend these thanks to all the people who have supported her. And thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for the comments. Yeah, I just have a haircut today because it's getting my hair seems to grow very fast. Okay, so yeah, that's a very quick news. But after being discharged from the hospital, she will need to continue with some medication to make sure that her heart condition will be stable. I will still try my best to stay put in Thailand for a while to take care of her, to make sure that she's okay. But most likely I'll be returning to Singapore in the month of October if nothing goes wrong. Okay, if nothing goes wrong. Okay, so today I come to life earlier on. I mean earlier than usual because at the end of the uh for uh for tonight, right? Because I have some issues that I have to attend to later on at night. So I come on to live earlier on today, because actually I still have a lot of study materials that I need to prepare for my students. So I will do it later on tonight, just to make sure that my students have the study materials with them in time. Okay, because some of my students, right, they are studying too fast. Okay, by the first or second week, they are already finishing the first 10 chapters. Okay, which we will spend tonight. Later on, right after the live, I will need to prepare the study materials for them. Okay, so hello, Mr. Peter Quack. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Yep. So today's session, right, actually is to help my student to understand some of the basic concepts related to Bazi, and to help her to analyze her birth chart. But unfortunately, my friend is, my student is having some issues right now, and she will only be able to come to live to listen to my sharing about 8 o'clock Singapore time. So in the time being, I will just share with you some of the thoughts that I have regarding the natural disaster that has occurred in China. All right, which actually took place on Monday. All right, on Monday, there was this very great earthquake. Death toll have already reached 65, and I believe that in the coming days, right, the chances of finding more deceased bodies in the coming days, the chances will be high. All right, so I have mentioned earlier on that the month of Wu Shen is a month that is having 天克地冲 with the 流年 which is 壬寅 all right， 就是呢之前有说过呢壬寅年这个年份嘛，2022年就是壬寅年，好像 Mr. Peter 快应该也是懂，好、他也是应该了解呢，这个2022年就是壬寅年了，壬水就是一个water element 嘛，坐在一个引木上面，引木就是一个子丑寅那个寅，地支第三位就是那个引木了是一个阳的一个木来的 ，is a yang wood energy. Alright, the year 2022 is of 人 water. Which is a yang water, all right. There's always yin yang in terms of the heavenly stems, all right. Hui water is yin water, whereas yuan water is yang water. And that is at the heavenly stem of the year 2022. All right. And then at the bottom, which is the earthy branch, okay, it is of yin wood. So let me touch on this with visual aids. So for others who are not too familiar with Bazi, they will be able to have a better understanding of why I have mentioned earlier on that the month of the lunar lunar July, okay, lunar July is not a positive month. Okay, so let me draw you some diagrams first. Okay, 壬寅. Okay, the year 2022 is of 壬寅. Okay, so within every month, right, we have different 天干地支 also. For example, the month of Wu Shen, which is lunar July, but is August, Yangli August, all right, August. What will happen to the relationship between the year 2022 and the month Wu Shen, which is August? First of all, Ren, okay, Ren will clash with Shen, and secondly, Wu will suppress Ren. Okay, Wu will suppress Ren because Wu is a form of Yang Earth. All right, Earth will, okay, 土是克木了土是克水了 ，OK， 土是克水了 ，OK， 土克水了 ，Earth will suppress water. All right, Earth will suppress water. Okay, so this is the first sign of a disaster, natural disaster. All right, because the Earth which happens in the month of July, which is 五生，这个五啊，午土是克那个壬水，哦，午土克壬水，哦，午土克壬水，这个是7月的时候那个月份的天干啊，就克那个年份的壬水啊，这个就是那个地震的那个第一个signal 咯，在我们八字里面看到那个大自然那个在握的那个 signal。OK，this is the first sign of the first signal that 八字 shows us that disaster will occur in the month of Lunar July. All right. Secondly, 人 will clash with sun. Okay, 人 will clash with sun because 人 is a form of wood. And sun is a form of metal. Okay, it's a form of metal. 人生冲嘛，是一个八字里面一个其中的一个冲。我们还有什么冲？还有其他的冲的哦。打个比喻，还有那个子午冲、丑未冲、辰戌冲，还有那个子午冲，还有卯卯是跟酉冲的。还有这个人参冲已经说过了哦，人参冲哦，这些冲等等都会发生的。还有一个冲子午，之前冇神子巳亥冲，哦，所以这些相冲嘛，都是代表呢一种两个不同的能量在对抗双方的一个能量哦。就等于两个人在打架了，再用最简单的 layman， 他们就是两个力量在打架。所以呢，两个力量在打架嘛，是不是等于那个 earthquake ？Hello Mary Day 我的学生 Mary Day 然后嘉恩 ，Hello 嘉恩long time no see hope you are doing well 然后呢 Mr. Peter Quack。New haircut, look fresh and good. Oh, thank you very much. 对我头发呢长得很长的，所以呢，每一个星期2个星期我就会觉得头发变成那个紫菜，头发变成紫菜，我就要去收割它，就是呢需要剃一剃这样子。所以呢，我们那个地震嘛，地震是什么一回事呢？地震就是呢两个很大的能量，那个两个人，那他们那个那个地壳嘛，在碰撞嘛，所以是等于地支相冲这个一样的八字里面的那个理论哦，人生冲嘛，所以就产生了一个地震的一个情况哦，人生冲，人生冲，而且呢我们就在刚刚好呢，那个是在金旺的那2天发生的哦。那时候是其实那个4号已经是申金很旺了，然后5号也是那个辛酉的一个日期，所以就是金旺金非常旺，就跟那个天就是年份的那个地支嘛相冲。2022年就是那个壬寅年了，所以大家能够了解为什么那个地震会发生了。而且呢，它是在什么地方发生？它是在四川的那个西南方发生的 ，southern regions, OK, at the southern region, southwest region, according to the news, all right. 如果呢，我们记得今年的那个9宫飞星今年9宫飞星2黑星是飞在哪里？这个我已经在很多的 live video 里面说过了。今年的那个2黑就在那个西南方，所以呢，它的earthquake在西南方发生呢，是一个跟那个9宫飞星的那个能量呢是相同的，就是也是在西南方那边。 我看那个 BCC News，他们就是说呢，那个地震是在那个四川的那个西南方发生的。The earthquake happens, okay, near to the north, I mean the southwest of the area, okay, southwestern province of southwestern province of Sichuan. Okay, pictures released by these pictures released by Chinese state broadcaster CCTV captured the moment a 6.1 magnitude earthquake hit a Chinese school in the southwestern province of Sichuan. 所以也是二黑星所在的地方啊。中国里面说，OK，以前呢，中国呢发明那个九宫飞星的时候呢，那个风水的那个analysis 的 system 就是那个九宫飞星嘛，或者呢我们叫做悬空 flying star，悬空 flying star。In the ancient times, 悬空 flying star was used in China only, okay? But later on, other Westerners found out that this system of feng shui analysis is very good. Thus, they export the knowledge to other foreign countries. And nowadays, 悬空 flying star is already being studied overseas by other foreign countries like Europe, America, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all these foreign countries. But, right, if we look at this earthquake that has taken place, right, just on Monday, it is also coincidentally also occurring in the southwest province of Sichuan. All right, which is where the two black flying star is. OK， 二黑的那个叫做病符星，病符是代表什么？病符星啊。OK，two black illness star, what does it represent? It represents illness, injury, death. OK, bloodshed, medical emergencies, and different kinds of sufferings that is related to the body and related to the mental health of people. Okay, thus we can understand that the two black star is really a very harmful star. And we can apply the same logic and apply the same concept to our own house feng shui. That's the reason why, right? A lot of people told me that this year their parents, all right, especially the mother, fell sick because this year the two black illness star fell into the southwestern corner of the house, which represents the mother, and also it will actually represent people who are sleeping close to this area, or who spend the most time in this corner, the southwest corner of the house, will tend to experience illness, injury, surgery, operation more often than usual. That is also the reason why I have emphasized again and again that you need to overcome the negative energy of the two black illness star. The nature of the two black illness star is of the earth. 它的属性呢是属土的，那个二黑冰符星那个属性是属土的，所以从八字的理论嘛，那个生克制化论嘛，土就是生金啊，对不对？土就是生金，因为在一个山里面嘛，我们能够找到那个minerals 啊 ，minerals 对不对？好像那些金属啊，银啊、金银啊、铜啊，不同的金属都是从山里面 produce 出来的，对不对？我们去采矿啊，就是把那个山把它就是炸开，然后把里面的那个 minerals 拿出来啊，里面的金属拿出来，所以就是呢，土就是会被那个金属所泄。土的那个能量是被金属所泄的，所以呢，我们呢怎么样去画那个二黑病符星，就是要用金属的东西啊。所以以前人家就发明了那个五帝铜钱哦，那个五帝铜钱呢，其实并不是说什么很秘密的东西哈，我给你看一下五帝铜钱，那个正确的五帝铜钱是什么样子的，是什么样子的 ？OK。 那给我一些时间，有时候我的 internet 呢会有点慢，所以我需要大家给我一些时间去 turn on 那个 website 哈。好，我看一下OK。其实呢，那个五帝铜钱呢，并不是说什么很秘密的东西的哦，并不是说什么很秘密的东西，它就是这样的一个东西而已。好，给我一分钟哦，我的那个 internet 很慢哦。它就是大概这样子的一个东西了哈、这个就叫做五帝铜钱。有时候他们还放比较多哈、好像这个是五帝，一二三四五，对不对？也有其他好像一二三四五六七八哦，有8个也是有的。因为呢，我们有分那个画五王还有画二黑的分别哈、所以呢，你在用画不同的新的那个能量的时候，你就用不同的数目。那会比较有效。OK，所以呢，比较好的那个画二黑五王的那种铜钱嘛，其实是需要用金色的绳来绑住的。It is best to have gold strings to tie them together instead of red color string, which is a mistake that is made by most shops that you are most shops in both China and Singapore. All right，因为呢，中国人就很有一个迷信呢，就是觉得红色就是一个好的颜色。其实红色嘛，并不是一件其实呢，红色并不是说一个很好的颜色来的，因为从九宫飞星那个学理来说嘛，二黑五王都是属土嘛，然后红色是属什么东西？红色是属火的，所以呢，火就会生旺土啊。火就会生旺土，就是火就会生旺那个二黑五王的能量啊。所以如果你们买那个五帝铜钱的时候呢，发现它是用红色绑住的呢，红色绳绑住呢，那你就不需要买了。那个你是不需要买，因为买来那个能量是会没有这种金色的绳子绑住的那个能量那么好。因为金属是用来画那个土的能量嘛，所以我们就用金色的绳子来绑住，才会比较有效的。OK，所以这样子了。好，所以呢，我们那个二黑星呢，是真的非常的那个对我们的身体哦，会有一个很不好的影响。同时，如果呢配上了一天是那个日期是不好的，就好像2天前嘛，2天前就是金非常旺的那2天哦，就冲那个天干，就冲那个2022年的地支啊，你把2022年当成是一个人嘛，哦，你把2022年当成是一个人，壬水是他的上半身，寅木是他的下半身哦，哦，下半身也是代表地支啊，就是一个地球的天跟地哦，它的地嘛，地被冲啊，你看金非常旺哦，4号跟5号金非常旺，然后呢，那个3个月就是五圣月啊，哦，再给你们看回去这个，刚才我写的啊，对不对？五圣月哦，五圣月就冲那个壬寅年啊，哦，一个木冲金的一个状况，所以就发生了那个地震啊。那个我们这样的事情叫做什么？天时地利啊，天时地利所产生的一个能量。天的那个天时就是前2天啊，金非常旺，然后地呢，地那个气嘛，地那个气也是二黑那个病符星引发了那个2个 trigger 有2个，一个 heavenly stem trigger，一个 earthly branch trigger。One is heavenly timing, the other is 风水 which is totally coherent with the time-space theory, right? Our existence is basically made up of the time-space dimension. All right, you cannot have time without space, and you cannot have space without time. And when the metaphysical energy of heavenly timing and earthly branches, right, or the feng shui, are both showing you signs of instability, that's the time when natural disaster will occur. All right, so that's the reason why there was such a big earthquake in Sichuan, China. All right，好了，其实呢，今天不是说只是要说那个天灾人祸的事情的，其实也是要说一下呢，这个比较跟我们生活比较有一个 real life implication，就是呢，除了用八字呢，我们怎么样增加自己人生的那个财富了？Beyond 八字 how do we increase wealth in our life using flying star 化禄？在我们一个那个紫微斗数的那个命盘里面嘛，我们永远呢，每个人的命盘嘛，都会有4颗星，叫做化权、化禄、化克，还有化忌。Within each individual's 紫微斗数 birth chart, there will always be the 4 flying star that will somehow fell into a specific domain or quadrant, all right, within a 紫微斗数 chart, all right. For example, if you look at this birth chart, okay, you try to look at this birth chart. I don't know if it can be focused, okay? If the focus is good enough for you to see, this person's the destiny domain is having 化科, all right? Okay, I try to put okay, as you can see, this person, the destiny domain is having 化科, and then at the children's domain is having 化禄, and then at the okay, at the 福德宫, which is the mind karmic domain, is having 化权. All right, I don't know if this can be focused. Okay, the camera, I'll try to focus it for you. So you are having 化权 in the, I mean, this person is having 化权 at the mind karmic domain, and then 化忌 is at her this parents domain. The 化忌 is at the parents domain. All right, within these 4 flying stars, right, which will always fall into a specific domain within your chart. 化禄 is the star that represents wealth. OK， 化禄呢是一颗代表财富的星星，所以呢，如果呢你看到自己的星星嘛，这颗化禄的星星嘛，在你某一个宫位里面出现了，就是代表呢你需要 you have to do something to activate the wealth energy within your life. Okay, for instance, in this case, right, this person's 化禄 fell into her children's domain. Okay, children's domain, and children's domain is right opposite of the property domain. So what does that mean? It means that, right, for this woman, she, after giving birth to her children and having her own house, she will become wealthy. Okay, so this person is actually one of my friends in Thailand. And indeed, after she had children, right, her business and career suddenly become it experience a very great improvement in life. All right, experience a very great improvement in life. All right, and also because of that, right, after having children and buying a house to stay with her children, suddenly she was able to firstly achieve her doctoral PhD degree. Secondly, her business also improved a lot. She's into the kind of fashion business. Okay, so she sell clothing all across Thailand. All right, she has many shops all over Thailand. Okay, and she holds a PhD degree also. So as you can see, right, after plotting your 紫微斗数 chart, right, and identifying where exactly is your 化禄, which is a wealth catalyst star, then you'll be able to improve your own life. Okay, so all of us, right, will have a different birth chart, and the star 化禄 will fall into a different domain. Okay, so just let me show you another birth chart. And to let you know, for example, another person, using another example to show you how to improve wealth in your own life. Okay. All right. So for this person, right, he is having 天机 化禄 and 化权 okay at the spouse domain, which is right opposite of the career domain. 天机 represents technology, right? Okay, and 天狼 actually represents calculation. Okay, 天狼 actually represents calculation. And in some way, right, all this can represent computer industry. Just like Mary Day. Okay, Mary Day also have 天机 and 天狼 at her career domain, or at her self-destiny domain. Okay, that's the reason why she works in digital marketing. All right, is that correct, Mary Day? You work in digital marketing, right? Okay, so for this person, right, he has 天机 and 天梁 at this spouse domain right opposite of the career domain, seeing both 化禄 and 化权. Okay, seeing both 化禄 and 化权. Yeah, so Mary Day, I saw your reply. Yeah, so thank you for the confirmation that you are working in this computer industry, digital marketing specifically. All right, this person is having Lu and Chen, right, at this 天机 and 天梁, right opposite of the career domain. Thus, right, okay, let me introduce you to Hua Quan also. Hua Quan means, right, you can hold a very high position, a highly authoritative position within certain organization. And for this person who have both Hua Lu and Hua Quan together, very obviously he will become a very big boss in terms of the career or the business position that he holds. So who is this person? This person is actually Bill Gates. Okay, the Microsoft founder, Bill Gates. All right, as you can see, right, this Hua Lu and Hua Quan, right, is facing his career domain. All right, facing his career domain. It means that after getting married and setting up his business, right, his wealth will skyrocket tremendously. Okay, his wealth will skyrocket tremendously. That's the reason why, right? Now Microsoft, the founder Bill Gates, also divorced. Okay, also divorced, right? He just divorced his wife, and then his wealth also plummet. Okay, drop a lot. Okay, he was once the richest person on earth, but now after divorcing with his wife, he has lost almost half of his wealth, right? Because, right, for someone like him, right, he actually should stay with his wife in order to remain to be the richest person on earth. Because 化禄星在他的那个夫妻宫啊，the well star 化禄 all right, is right at her spouse domains facing the career domain. 就是代表呢，这样的人嘛，如果呢，他跟他的夫妻嘛，他跟他的老婆好好的在一起呢，他的事业也会有很好的发展，而且给他带来财富还有权利的。可是呢，他就因为他跟他太太分开了哦，那个财星也是破了那个财星，然后财星破了，他的权利也是掉了。他是不是现在呢？那个 Microsoft 嘛，那个 founder Bill Gates 嘛，在他的 organization，他的那个 title 也是好像是没有以前的那个authoritative position 的，对不对？我不是很清楚 Microsoft 现在的状况，可是我能够清楚的一件事情就是呢，他现在的财富没有以前那么多了，没有以前那么多。在他离婚以后呢，他的财富就掉了。所以呢，也是代表什么东西呢？就是呢，我们嘛，在这里的观众你要记得，如果呢你的那个 well star 那个化禄那个 well star 在你的 spouse domain，你就不要离婚了。就算你的妻子或者你的老公很不好的，就算很不好，可是大致上来说嘛，化禄在夫妻宫呢，跟那个老婆或者老公的关系都会是和谐的，大部分来说都是有缘分会和谐的。那为什么 Bill Gates 跟他的老婆是有一个离婚的状况呢？那个要看他的那个 birth chart。我打开他的八字 birth chart 给你们看一下。 有时候呢，我们看一个人的大运跟流年哦，也是会看到那个人为什么会离婚的哦。那时候其实我有做一个 video 是关于 Bill Gates 的那个命盘的哦。你看他最近离婚嘛，对不对？现在他走的，其实哦，他现在走之前走的大概是2022年之前走的那个辰的那个运哦。他大概上一年离婚嘛，搞离婚嘛，那时候就是辰的那个运啊。Mary Day 懂不懂辰戌冲？哦，他的那个夫妻宫就在这里啊，戌啊，就跟这个辰冲啊，所以这样的一个冲嘛，他就离婚了。所以八字是很准的，跑不开的哈。壬水日元，壬水日元呢，戌就是他的老婆，戌就是他的老婆，因为我们做的日元就是我们的夫妻呀，就是他的老婆。然后他走的那运就在那个辰里面了，辰戌相冲啊。刚才我不是给你们看那个 chart 哦，所以呢，我有时候说的东西好像很 theoretical 哦。可是当你看到这种 real life implication，你就懂得为什么我要教你们这些 theory 哦。辰戌就相冲啊，辰戌相冲这个相冲嘛，冲是代表不好的变化哈。一个人离婚也是代表好像生命里面一个大的地震啊，对不对？你要改变你的生活方式，你要改变你的钱财的那个分配，你要改变你的 inheritance 或者你的 property 的 ownership 的那个 status 也是嘛，对不对？所以呢，通常来说呢，冲是不好。有时候，尤其是呢，凶神冲凶神哦。好，打个比喻啊，你的那个我们八字有说凶神还有喜神的。凶神就是你八字里面不喜欢的东西你不喜欢的东西。那喜神就是你喜欢的东西。如果那个冲嘛是把你的凶神冲走的话，那是会一件事，那会是一件好的事情。可是如果你的喜神被冲掉被那个地支相冲掉，那就等于是一个 disaster 来的了就是这样的一个简单的情况出现。好了，所以呢，这个化禄星不是开玩笑的，所以你们每个人要自己打开自己的命盘，看一下你的化禄星在哪里，然后呢，就要懂得怎么去 leverage on 这个化禄星的那个能量怎么去 activate。Okay, so right, for all those right, who know your exact time of birth, right? Okay, when I mention your exact time of birth means your solar real local time. All right. For those people who are born in Singapore, you must always, okay, depending on your year of birth, you must adjust your time of birth half an hour to 1 hour earlier. Because, right, throughout the history of Singapore, as I have mentioned in earlier videos, your time of birth, I mean the official time in Singapore, was being adjusted again and again due to different governments that has governed Singapore in the past. Singapore was governed by the British government and Japanese government during the Second World War, and subsequently the Malaysia government. And due to geopolitical reasons, the official time of Singapore was adjusted again and again. So depending on your time of birth and the year of birth, you must actually adjust your birth time half an hour to 1 hour earlier. And such adjustment is necessary in order for you to plot an accurate Zoedo-Su chart. If you go and look for astrologer, and this astrologer doesn't know how to adjust your time of birth to the real solar local time, then you basically don't have to seek his or her advice already, because he or she will be analyzing your chart basing on a wrong uh, chart formation. Okay, a wrong chart formation. That's the reason why it will be important for you to find out what exactly is your accurate time of birth. Then plot a accurate 紫微斗数 chart. Because 紫微斗数 chart, right, by shifting the 时辰, which is the 2 hour period in the Lunar time recording system, just a change of the 时辰 will bring about a different birth chart in 紫微斗数. All right. Then, if you have a wrong chart being plotted, you will find the wrong position of your wealth star 化禄. And in that case, right, you won't be able to identify which is the area of life that you have to rely on to increase your wealth. All right. And that is a very dangerous thing to do. All right. Thus, right, within our child, the child domain, right, in about in a 紫微斗数 chart, we have the self destiny domain. All right. If you find your wealth destiny domain, all right, having the 化禄 star, means right most of the time, you will already be born into a rich family since birth, or by your own effort and the opportunities presented to you, somehow, okay, you will have 80 to 90% chance of becoming very wealthy in this lifetime. All right. That is something that I have observed, okay, time and again in my clients' chat. All right. And if your 化禄 wealth catalyst star is found in your parents' domain, it means that your parents will usually be very rich and very well to do, okay, and will be able to provide you with a very uh with an upbringing that is very comfortable, and you'll be able to enjoy different forms of luxurious entertainment, lifestyle, or leisure since young, okay? Because our parents' domain also represents our upbringing and our family background, okay? So most of the time, if your 化禄 wealth catalyst star is found in your parents' domain, it means that you are born rich, okay? You are born with a golden spoon within your mouth, okay? And then followed by Fuda, which is the mind karmic domain. It means that, right, from your grandparents, all right, from your grandparents' generation, is already rich, okay? Because the mind karmic domain is the parents' domain of the parents' domain, all right? If you count the 紫微斗数 chart, all right? Our mind karmic domain is right at the next domain of the parents' domain. And if you shift the when you shift the domain, right, taking parents' domain as the self-destiny domain, then your mind karmic domain will be the parents' domain of the parents' domain. And the parents' domain of the parents' domain is the grandparents' domain, right? Okay, such is the commonsensical, uh, logical extrapolation, okay, using the 紫微斗数 chart system, okay. That's how we hack and find out different uh, sequence within our life, okay. So if you have a wealth catalyst star within your mind karmic domain already, means that within your grandparents' generation, okay, from your grandparents' generation, they will already pass down a lot of money for you to use, okay. Additionally, it also means that from your own study and your own research, or even based from your own religious belief, okay, uh, you will be able to generate a lot of wealth, okay, in life, okay. The next domain is the property domain. And if you have the wealth catalyst star 化禄 in your property domain, it means that you can go and invest in property, all right. Or it means that after getting your first house, all right, you'll be able to become rich, or you can become a real estate agent, property agent, okay, and buy and sell houses, okay. From that kind of activity, you will be able to generate or accumulate great wealth in your life, okay. The next domain is the career domain. Career domain is right opposite of the spouse domain, okay. uh, as I have mentioned before, based on the rule of 三方四正, you can always look at the opposite domain to also reveal to you certain characteristics about your life, okay. But first, I will focus on the career domain. If you have the wealth catalyst star within your career domain, it means that you will be able to generate great wealth by working by being focused at your career development and or even by setting up your own business, such as the case of Bill Gates. Okay, let's go back to the to the chart of Bill Gates. Bill Gates, right? His chart actually having this 画路 facing his career domain. 画路 or paired with 电机, which represents technology, is facing his career domain. All right. So when 画路 is at your career domain or facing your career domain, both means that you'll be able to set up your own business and then build a great business empire, all right, through your own efforts, all right. Okay, the next we have the friends domain. Okay, for someone who has a wealth catalyst style 化路 within the friends domain means you can uh, generate wealth through partnership with your friends, all right, or you will be presented with financial opportunities from your friends. Okay, some people will always have to rely on our friends for career development. For example, some musician or singers, right? You know, whenever they sing in a band in a group, right? Like Beyond, okay, the Hong Kong canto pop or the rock band Beyond, okay. They used to be very successful, okay, especially when Huang Jiaqu was around, okay, the Chinese the Hong Kong band Beyond, okay, the one who sang the 海阔天空, which is a very famous song, okay. That is an example. Like they will need partnership with friends in order to become successful in their singing career or their music career. Okay, such is an example of why some people will need to have partnership in order to achieve great success in life. Okay, because most of the time such people will have the wealth catalyst start within their friends domain. All right. So the next domain we have is the travel domain. Travel domain represents overseas opportunities, represents long voyages and journeys, and represents migration, represents settling in another country. Therefore, right, if you have the wealth domain, if you have the wealth star, the wealth catalyst star for 化路 within your travel domain, right, means it is best for you to go overseas or to conduct business activities that is related to international trading or having clients who are based overseas. Or basically, it means that it's good for you to migrate overseas, okay, as far as possible. All right. Or it means that your wealth or your financial opportunities will come from trading foreign currencies or uh, or even tourism. Okay, even tourism will be a characteristics of achieving good wealth for someone who has the wealth catalyst star in your travel domain. All right. Okay, the next star, the next domain we have is the health domain. If you have the wealth catalyst star in your health domain, it means that you can actually go into medical industry. For example, you can become a dentist, you can become a doctor, you can become a massage therapist, you can become even what you call that those people who are into healthcare and bodily care or even aesthetic care, like aesthetic treatment. Okay, then you can enter into such industry to generate wealth. All right, or it means that you can rely on your own body to earn money. What it means is that perhaps some people like supermodel, what they rely on for making a living, they rely on their good appearance, their body, like how they make a catwalk, or how they put on shirt, dress, beautiful dress on their body, right, to present the dress nicely to the buyers in order to make a living. Okay, so for people who have the wealth catalyst star 化路 within their body domain or the health domain, can rely on medical view, OK 医疗服务或者呢用自己的身体来赚钱，好像一些超级模特儿啊，他们就是用自己的身体来赚钱嘛。哦，so for people who have such a transformation, right? Remember, you will able to achieve good wealth. Okay, for example, just by doing a catwalk, all right, like the supermodel, like Linda Evangelista. Okay, for example, right? They just need to dress up, do a very nice catwalk, and then they'll be able to earn a lot of money. Okay, and the next domain, right, is the type of gong, which is the wealth domain. If you have the wealth catalyst start right at your wealth domain, then I have to congratulate you because it means that whatever you do, right, somehow money will just seems to come to you naturally. Okay, because the wealth domain actually represents our the channel in which wealth comes into our life. So if you are lucky enough, right, to have the wealth domain filled with the wealth catalyst star right? Then I will say 99% or okay 95% of the time you will be rich already, regardless of what you do. Okay, you can just maybe just sit back and relax, and then somehow people will maybe you will have money from you know you maybe you can use money to generate more money, like those people who make investment. Basically they just do that kind of stock trading, or they just they have very good financial management skills. They invest in that different kinds of bonds, different kinds of trusts, and then they don't really need to do much. They just use money to generate more money in life. Okay, honestly speaking, right? Honestly speaking, okay, even though, right, being hardworking is a good virtue. Okay, being hardworking is a good virtue, but the richest people on this planet earth, right, are those people who use money to generate more money. They invest their money into certain trading or into a certain investment, then allow the money to roll themselves, okay, and to increase to be larger and larger. Okay, this is uh this is a fact, okay, in life, in our economy. The richest people are the ones who don't work much. Basically, they just manage their funds very well and allow their funds like to increase. Okay, uh, like they invest in stock exchange, they invest in different kinds of things like forex, or they manage the funds of other people. Okay, and they just allow the money to roll and grow bigger and bigger. Such is the truth about money. Okay, so if you have right, if you're lucky enough to have this wealth, okay, wealth catalyst start at your wealth domain, right, and basically you can just do the same. You can go and invest your money, like one of the most famous investor, what's his name, one of the billionaire, Warren Buffett. Okay, Warren Buffett. Okay, he's one of the richest person on earth. Okay, Warren Buffett. Okay, having a net worth of 96.7 billion. Okay, so what does he do most of the time? He just do the trading. All right, he doesn't have to work hard. That's why he is quite fat. Okay, maybe because he doesn't have to work so hard. That's why he's quite fat. Okay, but that is the truth about life. All right, the most wealthy people on earth, right, like this guy Puffer, okay, Warren Puffer, right, having a net worth of $96.7 billion. But what is he into? He's just into managing his funds and investments and stock trading. That's all. Okay, so perhaps his birth chart is having this wealth start in his wealth domain. Also, I don't have his exact time of birth, so I can't plot his chart. Okay, but let me check if I'm able to find his time of birth, okay, from the from the internet. Then I will be able to plot a chart and double check. Okay, so just give me a moment. I check if I'm able to find his time of birth. So if I can, I will quickly plot his chart. and to explain to you why he is so rich. Okay, so I'm able to find his time of birth. So I will quickly plot his chart. So for my viewers, if you all have any questions, okay, feel free to ask me any questions. As I take a minute to plot Warren Buffett's chart. Okay, he was born in 1930 and on the August 30th, 30th of August at 3 p.m. Hopefully this time, hopefully the time of birth given by the internet is correct. If it is correct, we should be able to plot his chart and analyze why is he so wealthy. Okay. All right. For Warren Buffett, right? Her Hualu star is actually at his parents' domain. If the time provided by the internet is correct, it's actually at his parents, facing his parents' domain. Okay, Hualu is here, which is right opposite of the parents' domain, facing the parents' domain. And it makes sense also because, right, Warren Buffett, his parents are also very rich. Okay, let me check the history of his life. Warren Buffett's parents, right, was called Harvard, okay, Harvard Buffett. Uh, is it? Okay, so let me check his parents. Okay, who are his parents? And check his earlier years. Okay, so his parents, right? His father, okay, Warren Buffett, the father was actually elected as the first of four terms was elected to the first of four terms in the United States Congress, all right, which means that the father was a politician, all right, was a politician and seems to be very successful because, okay, what else do we know about his father? Okay, so you all can read up in the Wikipedia on what happened to his parents, okay? They are successful people and was a congressman, okay, was a congressman, all right. uh, and he has a pretty good background, all right. As we can see, right, for someone who has a Hualu, right, at the facing the parents domain, right, usually means that they will have a rich parents, such is the case of Warren Buffett, all right, such is the case of Warren Buffett. Okay, so so that's the reason why, right? It is very important to see where your wealth catalyst star is, all right, and leverage on that for the benefit of your own life, all right. So let me move on. The next domain is the children's domain, all right. For someone who has the wealth catalyst star in the children's domain, means right after having your children, all right, you will be start to become rich already. Okay, so go and have more babies, right? For those who have a wealth star in your children's domain, go and have more babies and go and also invest in your children's education, all right. Perhaps in the future your children will become very successful in their career, and then subsequently you will also become wealthy because of them. And followed by the spouse domain, all right. So such is the case in Bill Gates chart, all right. Bill Gates chart is having the wealth domain within his spouse repeat. For Bill Gates, he's having the wealth catalyst star within his spouse domain, which means that as long as he remains committed to his wife, committed within marriage, then he will become wealthy. Such is the reason why right after his divorce, right, he's no longer the richest person on earth. Okay, so for those people who have the wealth star within your uh, who have the wealth star within your spouse domain, do remain committed, okay, for the sake of money, okay. If money is important to you, do remain committed and being faithful to your spouse, okay, will be able to help you to remain wealthy, okay, in life, all right. Such is the interesting thing, all right. So once you divorce your spouse, right, then most of the time means that your wealth will also become, will become, will plummet, okay, will drop a lot, okay. Such is the interesting thing about Zoedo. So all right. So lastly, we have the siblings domain. Okay, siblings domain. If you have a wealth star, the wealth of catalyst star Hualu in your siblings domain, it means that you may form some business with your siblings. Then you'll be able to become successful and in earning money. Okay, or you have very wealthy siblings, okay, who can support you financially. And as I have mentioned before, the siblings domain is also the wealth domain of the property domain, right? The wealth domain of the property domain. And it actually represents your own saving. All right, your cash. Okay, your cash flow basically represents your cash flow. Okay, whereas the property domain represents your immovable assets. Okay, thus there's a difference between the siblings domain, which is the wealth domain of the property domain. All right, siblings domain will represent your cash flow, your bank account saving, anything that you keep as a form of cash that you can use as you wish. Okay, which is more like liquid form of financial, liquidated form of financial resource. Okay, that you can always manage easily and freely. So, right, if you have a wealth catalyst star in your siblings domain, also, it's a very positive sign. Okay, it's a very positive sign. Means that you will always have sufficient cash flow. Okay, always have sufficient cash flow and enough saving in your bank account. Okay, so that is the interesting about Zoedo Soup on how to activate your wealth energy by analyzing where is your wealth catalyst start 化路. Okay, 化路. Okay, so such is my sharing for 化路 today. Not sure if my student is ready. So let me ask her first. Okay. Because I believe my student has to take care of his son. So the son sleep quite early. That's why she has to put the son to sleep. So she's not able to come. So that's why today I use this opportunity to share some information regarding the web catalyst stuff. So just want to ask other viewers, any questions from my viewers? Since my student is not here, I will open the floor for any questions, anything you want to ask about your life. I will try to answer. Okay, so just I will stay here for a few more minutes just to make sure that you all have the opportunity to ask any questions. Okay. Okay, so I see one comment. Can help me see where is my Hualu. Okay, so Miss Maka, sure, I will take a look at Miss Maka's chart. All right. Um, Miss Maka is 1 month examine. Okay. Okay, so Miss Maka, give me a minute as I plot your Zoedo Su chart. Okay. As I mentioned before, one must adjust the time of birth before the plotting of his or her birth chart. Therefore, right, after adjusting the time of birth, right, Okay, Miss Maka chat will be as follow. Okay, just give me a half a minute more. May I do a survey, right? Do a poll, right? Do you all prefer me to speak in English or Mandarin? Because sometimes, right, I will jump from Mandarin to English and English to Mandarin, right? I'm not sure most of my viewers, the majority of my viewers, do prefer me to speak in English or Mandarin. Can I do a poll? Okay, okay. I have two votes for English. Okay, any other more votes? Okay, any other more votes? If you all prefer English, I will I will speak in English because honestly, right, sometimes when I speak Mandarin, right,我会打折，我舌头会打折，因为你听我讲华语的时候会不会就是有一个广东腔在那边？我也是改变不了，因为我從小呢從小講廣東話細個嗰陣時咧就係講廣東話，講到十幾歲之後咧至開始講華語同埋英文，所以咧有一個廣東嘅嗰個腔係嘛？有陣時我條脷咧條脷好似打咗結咁樣啦，即係講得唔係好順暢。So when I speak Mandarin, right, I cannot some of the words, right, I don't know in Mandarin, I can't really twist my tongue correctly to pronounce it in a way that is more accurate. Okay, so okay, Jaan actually prefer me to speak both. Okay, so sometimes I will speak both. Okay, yeah, so too bad I don't understand Cantonese. It's a nice language to listen to. Yeah, Cantonese, they are actually nine sound. Okay, Mandarin they have the okay, or something like that. But Cantonese has okay, so it's like when you listen to someone speaking Cantonese, right? They are like singing a song. Okay, and generally speaking, right, Cantonese song is nicer to listen to. Okay, do you agree with that? Okay, it's like beyond the okay, their song is very nice when it's sang in Cantonese, but when it's sang in Chinese, right, it's Mandarin, right? Something is missing with the song, all right? Correct? Do you all agree? Yeah? Like when you sing Beyond, okay? 無法可修飾的一對手，帶出溫暖永遠在背後。縱使I forget the lyrics, okay? But when you sing in Cantonese, right, the song is much nicer, okay, than in Mandarin, all right? So such is the case with between Mandarin and Cantonese. But as most of you prefer me to speak in English, right? Then I will speak in English. Okay, so okay, so let me get back to the main topic, which is to take a look at Miss Marcar's birth chart. All right. So Miss Marcar's birth chart, right? Yeah, the Cantonese song has more feelings. Okay, to me personally. Okay, so Miss Marcar, right? Your birth chart is having Fu De Gong at your wealth domain. I mean, sorry, your wealth star actually fell into your Fu De Gong. Okay, can you see here? Right, this is your Zui Su birth chart. Just to double check is correct. Okay, yeah, should be correct. So your wealth star Hua Lu is actually at your Fu De Gong Fu De Gong. Okay, so it means okay. Let me focus for you. It means right, you will be able to generate wealth from your own study because you have this 文昌文曲right at your 福德宫 and then tie in paired with 化禄 means right from your education and from your own research and from your own knowledge, your specialties, your expertise knowledge, you'll be able to generate wealth from this channel. Another alternative explanation is that, okay, I'm not sure whether you are familiar with your grandparents. It may mean that your grandparents may have a fortunate background, okay, have a fortunate or wealthy background, okay. Such are the two possibilities for your chart. Okay, so Miss Makar, you can actually leverage on these two factors. First is your Or secondly, it means, right, if your grandparents are not wealthy, it means that you are very close with your grandparents, especially your grandmother, okay? Especially your grandmother. 因为, okay, because, right, the star 太阴 actually represents woman. And your 福德宫 means your grandmother. Because as I have mentioned before, right, 命宫, the self-destiny domain here, right next to the self-destiny domain is our parents. And 福德宫 is right next to the parents domain, which means that 福德宫, which is the karmic mind domain, is our grandparents. And 化禄 actually means harmonious and loving relationship. 太阴 means female. Therefore, you will have a very loving and harmonious relationship with your grandparents, particularly your grandmother. Particularly your grandmother. Okay, is that correct? Yeah, so that's the case for you. You are very close to your grandmother. Okay, and your grandmother also actually 她很疼你。化禄就是一个缘分哦，化禄是一个缘分。你看禄嘛，那个写禄的那个字跟缘分那个缘分的那个字是很相似哦。我写出来给你们看。所以呢，你跟你的 grandmother 哦是很有缘分的，你们的缘分是很深的哦，你们的缘分是很深。哦，禄跟那个缘哈是一样的哈，就是代表一样的事情。有化禄了，有化禄就代表你的有一个很深的缘分的，跟你的 grandmother 有一个很深的缘分的，就是这样子。所以对吗？我问一下 Miss Maka， 你跟你的 grandmother 那个缘分是不是很深？所以顺便看一下贾恩的那个 question。So we need to minus 1 or 2 hours from our actual birth time, right? It depends on which year you were born in, okay? Looking at the article that I have shown you all before, all right? You all have to check out the time zone differences, okay? All right, so I will just give you a brief look, okay? Actually, you can just Google or over the internet. It's nothing secretive, all right? It's nothing secretive. You just Google, right? It's all in the history of Singapore. They will show you the different time zone changes, okay? The different Greenwich Mean Time changes, all right? Throughout the history of Singapore. It's all on the internet, okay? But most practitioners, they won't adjust the time of birth for you. For example, I have actually read this before to all my viewers already, all right? For example, before 1905, it was 6 hours 55 minutes and 35 time offset from GMT. 1905, January 1st to 1932, December 31st, it was 6 hours offset. 1933, January 1st to 1941, August 31st, it was 7 hours and 20 minutes offset. 1941, September 1st to 1942, February 50, it was 7 hours 30 minutes offset. 1942, February 16 to 1945, September 12, okay, was 9 hours offset. 1945, September 13 to 1981, December 31st was 7 hours, 30 minutes offset. 1982 onwards, right, is 8 hours offset. So you have to adjust your time accordingly, all right? All these are written in the historical records of Singapore. It's not invented by me. It's infected, is recorded and invented by the different governments that has governed Singapore, okay, for the past 50 over 60 years, okay. Yeah, so Miss Maka, yes, she's close to her grandparents, particularly the grandmother. How about my husband, Hualu? All right, so take a look at your husband's Hualu. Oh, your husband's Hualu, right, is at the. Okay, let me zoom in. Her Hualu is actually at the travel domain. And there's this tiny TNG pair with the all right Qianyi Gong, which is the travel domain. Is your husband also into technology kind of industry? Miss Maka, his travel domain is where his wealth catalyst start is. And that's 天计划科太阴化禄. It means that your husband, right, may work in industry that's related to IT or technology or computer, and the company he works in, right, may actually deal with foreign companies or clients. Oh, moving to work in Sentosa. Okay, Sentosa is kind of tourist industry also. Tourist industry, right? As I mentioned earlier on, having this travel domain, right, paired with Hua Lu and Tai Ying means, right, he's suitable to work in tourism also. As I mentioned before, travel domain also represents tourism. So his new position, right, is it related to tourism in some way, and in some way related to the use of technology, IT system also, or related to money, because tying is related to wealth and money. Is this something related to that area? Okay, so I'll wait for Miss Maka reply. Oh, so it's correct. Yes, using computer as doing operation in Sentosa. Yeah, so that is also reflected in his birth chart. Okay, Sentosa is tourism. Operation using computer is IT, right? Thus, he's right. Tianji is technology. Taiying is where his money comes from, which is paired with Hualu. All right. But may I ask, right? Previously, was he in some form of IT or tech related business also that deals with, or maybe the company is a foreign company, or is a company that deals with foreign operation or clients or customers in the past? May I ask, or does he have a love for traveling, uh, like maybe he has a love for traveling to different countries because right, or he has a love to for vehicles or for vehicles. Oh, last time he worked in airport. Airport is also related to our travel domain. Okay, yeah, so he loves traveling. 因为化禄呢，就是代表一个缘分哦，缘分就是一个代表自己喜欢的东西啊。So, 化禄 actually also means affinity or interest or have a love towards something. All right. So last time he was in airport, which is also the same because his wealth catalyst star, 化禄, which also represents interest and love or affinity, right? Is at his travel domain. Thus, he worked in the airport in the past, which is also very much related to tourism, all right? Airport, related to travel, related to international clients and customers, right? So it can't run away from Zoedo. So, okay, whatever happens in our life, okay, it all will be reflected within our chart. It's a matter of whether you are able to decode it. It's very much like DNA. The DNA hides all your secrets with related to your health. But it's just a matter of how you decode the DNA, right? Most people don't have the idea. Actually, science is now still studying on how to decode DNA, right? We don't have 100% information on how to decode everything, but we are still in the process of doing research. Such is the same thing with Zuedo Su. It's an ancient system of uh, DNA decoding, okay, metaphorically speaking, is an ancient system of DNA decoding. Just that they are using the date and time of birth, but DNA is using your hair, your fingernails, your saliva, or something like that. All right. Just that we are using different things to decode different live information. That's all. Okay. Yeah. So take a look at your comment. Actually, not children domain. Otherwise, I to give him 10 children. Yeah, such is the case. For his children's domain, right? Yeah, he's well domain. I mean, the website is at his travel domain. Yeah, so that's something that he will always be working in. It shows that he will always be working in something that is somewhat related to tourism, related to international clients, customers, or companies that deals with international activities. All right, or global trading, or tourists, or anything that's related to technology also. Okay. Hi, Bob. You are just home. Okay. So, do you want me to interpret your chat today or tomorrow, Bob? Because Bob actually wants me to interpret his chat. Okay, Julian Deal. Hi, Jason. Can I ask about my Hualu too? Yeah, sure. Julian Deal. Thank you very much for being here tonight, and thank you very much for watching my live. But before I decode your chat, right? I will need your date and time of birth. So if you have previously been my client, you may WhatsApp me just to say hi so that I can check what is the last 3 or 4 digits of your WhatsApp number. Then I can open your birth chart because my recording system actually I tag all birth charts with the last 3 to 4 digits of your WhatsApp number. So you can WhatsApp me in private. All right. Okay. Yeah. So Julian, thank you very much for the number. I guess you are also my previous clients because most of my clients, right? Okay, honestly, right? To be very extremely honest, for my clients, right? All of you, right? I have never seen your face to face, and or have also never seen you in real life, and I also sometimes in your Facebook profile, right? Have a name, but for more 95% of my clients, I don't know your names because what I need for the astrological forecast or in-depth astrological reading, I only need your date and time of birth, and I will be able to decode your destiny. All right. So that's the reason why 紫微斗数and八字 is so powerful because without seeing your face, without seeing your appearance, without analyzing your mannerism, without analyzing your way of speech, your behavior or appearance, I'm already able to decode. I mean, 紫微斗数 is already able to decode so much about your life. Okay, such is the amazing thing. Whereas when you go to the other practitioners, for example, like those who are in the shop, right? They will analyze your appearance, they will analyze your style of dressing, analyze the jewelry you are wearing, analyze the way you speak, and tell you a lot of things about you. All right, and they don't rely on your date and time of birth. Those are called cold reading. Okay, cold reading. So they actually don't really need to know Bazi and Zoedo. All right, they just use cold reading. Then after analyzing your whole appearance, the way you speak, then they were able to tell you things related to your life, like your income level, whether you are having good luck, like just by the things that you wear, your hairstyle, whether you are someone who is very traditional or reserved, an introvert or an extrovert. Okay, all these are called co-reading. Whereas what I use all the time, right, is called destiny reading, in-depth astrological reading, basing only on your date and time of birth. And I will be able to tell you everything about your life without observing your appearance, without observing the way you dress, the way you speak, for example. Okay. So I'm just telling you that 紫微斗数 and 八字 are very accurate. Okay. Just by having your time of birth, I can already decode. I mean, 紫微斗数 and 八字 is already able to decode your life. Okay. So get back to Julian. Okay, Julian. Julian, your number is 8391. Okay, so let me check your birth chart. Okay, 8391. So just give me a minute as I plot your birth chart, okay? Uh, Julian. So as I've mentioned time and again, right, I will not analyze your life basing on feelings and imagination. All right, it's all based on chart reading. Okay, it's all based on chart reading. I won't randomly pick a card and then tell you something about your life. Okay, because to me it doesn't make sense. Because today I pick one chart. All right, today I pick one card. The next hour I already will be picking a different card. Okay, for the same question that you ask. Okay, and the way you ask question is also very important, as I mentioned yesterday, right? How you ask your question is also very important. If you ask the wrong question, you will have the wrong answer. Okay. So Julian, just give me a minute as I need to plot your chart properly. All right. Okay. So let me plot your chart properly. Julian, just to double check, you are born in Singapore, right? Are you born in Singapore, Julian? Were you born in Singapore, Julian? Just to double check. And you are born in September, right? Just to double check. Were you born in September? Okay, great. And lastly, right, just to double check, you are a male gender, correct? You are male gender, correct? Am I correct? You are male gender. Okay, okay, Ken. Okay, so all right. So I have plot your chart, and then plot your blood suit chart. Now I need to plot your 紫微斗数 chart. Okay, so just be patient with me. Go is support and see. All right, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So just getting back to you very soon. All right, very soon. You are 8391. All right, Julian, your Hualu is also right at your travel domain. Right at your travel domain. Julian, you can also work something that's related to international company, related to foreign exchange, related to international trading, related to tourism, or you may actually migrate overseas if you want to, because all your money opportunities are better if you travel overseas to work. Okay, Julian, are you already working? Because you are still quite young. I saw that you were born in 1999. Are you already working? Can I ask, are you working already or still studying? Or you are still a student? Okay, so what is your faculty? What kind of study you are into right now? Or working part-time? Would you mind to share with us what is the faculty you are into? Like what kind of subject you are studying right now? Because I see that you are still young, so I don't think you are actually working. Doing business management. Oh, okay. So in the future, right, you may consider working in a global company, like business that is involve foreign trading or business that is related to tourism. Okay, Julian. All right. Hope I have been able to answer your questions. Okay. So for Bob, right? Bob, do you want me to do it tomorrow or tonight to analyze your birth chart? Hey, Jia I also saw your message. You asked me to check your Hua Lu also. Okay, so Jia I will take a look at your birth chart also. All right. So just give me a minute as I prop your birth chart. Okay. Okay, Jia your okay. Sorry. I need to plot your. Okay, just give me a minute as I just saw Jia WhatsApp, and I will plot her chart and see where her Hua Lu is. Okay, just a minute as I plot Jaen's chart. my headphone just hang. All right, so for the rest of the viewers, you can leave me your questions here. So as I plot the chat, okay, then I can come back to your questions later on. Okay. So for Jia right, your birth chart, right? You are born in 1969, correct, Jia? You are born in 1969, correct? Yeah, Julian. Yeah, last time I mentioned before, that you should move to overseas to work. All right. So in the future, if you want to move overseas to work, is okay. So, Bob, I will come back to you very soon. After I'm done with Jia En, I will analyze your birth chart for you already. Okay. So tonight will be a long, long live session, but I will do my best to help each and everyone who take part in this live session. But do be patient with me because I want to be accurate. Because there's no point in providing an astrological reading if it is not accurate. Like those people who pack a stack of cards, anyhow pack a stack, randomly choose a card, then they'll tell you this card, then basing on their own feelings, then anyhow give you a prediction. That is just a waste of time for themselves and the viewers, right? Because it's not accurate at all. So for Jia En, right, your Hua Lu is actually at your wealth domain. I mean, in your self destiny domain. Okay, Jia En. Okay, is right at your self destiny domain. All right, it means that right throughout your life, right, but the Hua Ji star is also right at your self destiny domain. Okay, let me explain this. Let me explain this. Okay, if you see Hua Lu star, which is the wealth catalyst, paired together with the Hua Ji star, which is the negativity enhancer catalyst, right at your self destiny domain. Both stars are facing each other, okay, at your self destiny domain. It means one thing. It means that, okay, Jia En, right, throughout your life, right, you do have to work very hard to uh to make money. Okay, am I right to say that, Jia En? 假恩呢，就是你工作上嘛，其实你蛮辛苦的，会不会有这样的情况出现？就是呢，你觉得钱大辈子嘛，你人生那个赚钱呢、需要赚钱，你需要付出很大的努力，而且也没有人能够靠只能够靠自己，会不会这样子？扎恩，这个是一个既跟鹿在一起的，鹿跟鸡在一起的一个情况出现。可是并不是代表你赚不到钱的哦，并不是代表你赚不到钱哦，只是说你需要付出很大的努力，才能够靠自己的努力呢来赚回来那个钱呢、是不是这样子呢？贾恩，因为你是一个路忌同时在你的命宫的一个状况了，哦，这个怎么化解呀、这个也是坦白说很难化解。可是呢，你需要带多一点木的东西，因为化忌是水来的，只要你带一点木跟火的东西带多了你就能够化解这个东西了。所以那时候我不是告诉你嘛，咱你要在你的工作桌子上面的左边放一个木做的龙，一个雕刻木做的那个龙啊。还有你手串要戴那种紫水晶或者用木做的那个佛珠了，对不对？好，这些你搞好呢，你之后呢就会比较好一些了就会说可是你的命盘是这样子嘛，就是你前辈子带来的这个人生的一个命盘的一个构造是因为前辈子的一个业力来的，所以大致上呢。对你带了就好了，会给你某程度上有一个好的帮助。可是呢，你本命盘是这样子呢，那你一生来说呢，都需要靠自己的努力去赚钱的，是很难跑得掉这样子。所以呢，每个人都有不同的命盘，可是只要你肯努力，只要你肯付出呢，你一定是有收获的，而且呢，你是能够在工作上做到一个蛮不错的一个 位置了，就可能你是一个 manager 因为你的事业有话权呢有没有看到话权？我不是说是一个 authority 下来的嘛，话权在你的事业宫所以贾恩，你现在是不是说一个 managerial position 或者 supervisor position 的一个位置，是可以管人的位置，是不是？贾恩，我想问你一下，就是呢，你坐的那个位置嘛，不会低的，是会比较说大致上比较高的一个位置，可能是 managerial role、supervisor role。对呀，就是这样子咯。你现在是做那个 supervisor 嘛，所以紫微斗数是很准的了，只要看你那个4颗星嘛，已经可以看到你人生很多的东西了，对不对，贾恩？所以呢，其实你的工作上是会需要有时候比较费心啦，比较费心费力，可是你在事业上发展是 OK 的，是蛮不错的。OK，所以就是这样子。好了，Bob 我的Bob OK，Bob 现在呢就来跟你说一下你的那个 birth chart 了。OK，Bob 先从八字来说了，OK 好不好？Bob 他那个其实呢Bob 你要不要我坦白跟你说所有关于你人生的东西？如果真的要坦白，我就是很坦白的你不要介意，OK 不？可不可以？因为呢，我坦白，每次我跟每个观众呢，或者我的客人都很坦白，只是有一个原因，是要为他们过上更好的生活，OK 不？所以呢，我就很坦白了。今天我先给你一个 warning 先会比较坦白，因为如果我说的不坦白嘛。那不如不要说了，对不对？我坦白跟你讲一些对你好的事情是为你好所以呢，要先如果有说了什么东西会冒犯的我先跟你说一声抱歉OK？所以我说过很多次你的那个命招是壬水肾弱嘛，对不对？坐在那个戌，两个戌，一个酉，一个午OK 这些 background theory 我快说，然后呢直接说 application 的东西了。寅午戌戌午换一个火局，两个火局了，两个半火局做天干有丙火，丙火这个丙火偏财就是你的父亲丙壬冲，你跟父亲的关系很差的，是不是这样子？OK，问一下你跟你父亲关系永远都没有怎么好过，对不对？所以yes tell me everything so I will tell you everything OK OK yesterday 就是啦，我也是听到呢，就是很惊讶为什么会有 car accident，可是我等一下就告诉你为什么了，会破财。所以呢I should hear your advice and let go 这些东西呢你自己决定 OK， 你要不要跟他在一起你自己决定OK，Mr. Puma 也是可以，等一下我顺便跟你看一下Yeah，my father is very bad。OK，always gamble。那为什么会这样子呢？这个是在命盘里面看得到我们的偏财就是我们的父亲为什么呢？因为你的是壬水日元嘛，什么是你的妈妈？丁火就是你的妈妈没有，就是对不起，你的那个心经就是你的妈妈心经就是呢一个阴的经，你是阳的水嘛，心经是你嘛，然后呢丙嘛，丙跟心经合，所以丙就是你的父亲了因为丙克那个心经的嘛，所以丙火是你的父亲。可是丙壬冲的丙壬是冲的，天干那个相冲，丙壬是冲的，所以你跟你父亲一直以来都会有意见的，就是意见不合的。还有什么事情？你身弱根金是你的那个偏阴，代表盛旺你入主的东西酉金也是代表盛旺你的东西，丙会克根金，也会克那个酉金。所以呢，我不是说过嘛，肾弱的人嘛，你的印才是你的钱财所以你丙火克你的金嘛，代表一件事情，就是你父亲常常都问你拿钱，常常帮你破财的，是不是 ？OK， 问一下不，对不对？我的笔突然间失踪了，失踪不懂去哪在这里。所以不，你的父亲常常都问你拿钱，就是这样子咯。所以我是 on the right track 的，对不对？ 跟你说的事情是 on the right track 了。他每次就是赌钱赌输了，就向你拿钱了，是不是这样子？也是 ask for bank loan，ask me to take bank loan，就是这样子哦。所以呢，他是破你的财的本身我这样坦白，你不会介意了，对不对？我并不是说要说什么影响你跟你父亲的关系，可是呢，你命盘是这样子这个是你可能就是坦白说了，可能前辈子欠了他，这一辈子是要来还给他的这个是从你的命盘能够看得到所以还是 OK 对吗？不，如果我太坦白了，你要告诉我可是呢，这些都是命盘里面说出来的东西是八字说的，不是我说的，我没有凭感觉抽卡跟你说这些东西的。然后呢，这些准都是八字准这些抽卡能够看得到你们前辈子的因果吗？这个我很难说了，可是八字就可以看得到好，这个父亲跟你冲嘛，然后又克你的财这些全部八字都说出来了，是八字说了，不是我说的然后呢，还有什么东西？你的女朋友是虚的其实坦白说嘛，你跟什么女人在一起你都会感觉有压力的，而且你的婚姻其实你的婚姻并不是说很好的，因为你是肾弱的人水嘛，肾弱的人水，戌是你的夫妻宫的那个元素代表什么？你跟谁在一起呢？你都觉得会有一种压力的，是不是？你就是我很坦白说嘛，你有离过婚的，你有离过婚的，对不对？不，对你离过婚，然后呢，你跟第一任的那个老婆离婚嘛，她也是给你很大的压力，是不是这样子？是不是她给你很大的压力？就那个你跟他在一起很不开心的，就是那他会给你金钱上的那种压力啦，也会给你呢那个，就是他的性格他的行为呢都会让你不开心的所以就是这样子咯。Yes, she give me a lot of stress. I think she been fired day master. OK，等一下我可以看一下，所以就是这样子咯。从你的命盘已经看到这些东西了，从你的命盘已经看到这些东西了。可是有一个好的东西发生，就是你的子女宫嘛。我不是说我们的时间就是子女宫有一个有金，你呢跟你的女儿嘛，就是呢你的女儿的关系呢，就以后嘛，尤其是她长大以后她会跟你在一起她会帮助你的女儿。诶，我的笔去了哪里？而且呢，你也会疼你的女儿的，就是在你的第一任的那个老婆的那个婚姻上面你会跟她有一个好的关系，而且她会疼你的女儿，OK，尤其是她以后长大，她会帮助你的，OK，这样的一个情况，因为你子女公是你的，对你也是很爱她的，因为呢，你人水就爱那个金啊，你看金就在你的时间呢，也是代表女儿所以呢，你会爱你的女儿，因为人水你就爱金所以就是也是等于你做的工作也是跟金属有关的，是不是？你做的工作是不是每天要碰那个金属的东西？你每天就需要碰到金属的东西，你才会就是在工作上才会赚到钱的，是不是？会不会这样子？然后金呢也是代表锻炼对，所以金属也是代表锻炼金呢代表锻炼你是一个什么样的职业我问一下你是什么样的一个职业？你是what kind of career are you into Okay, metal actually also represents training, okay, hard training or anything that's related to metal equipment. Okay, but now business is very bad. You say that I need to wait 17 September, then life will be better. Okay, yes, you will need to wait until 17 September onwards, then you'll be better because after 17th of September is the Youjing already, all right, which is your variable factor. Okay, your Youjing here. OK，这个月就是只有的月啊，所以你下半个月其实是很好的。上半个月哈，就是呢，这个月是我们的9月了嘛，上半个月是己土的，好，己土的月，好，所以呢，你是一个 fitness trainer 啊，所以你每天都要碰那种training equipment，还有就是有 hard training 啊这样子，because metal is your variable element。That's the reason why you have entered into this trade called fitness trainer, all right? That's the reason, all right? So right, so you can see, right, nothing is coincidence. Everything is reflected in your Bazi chart. And also, I need to show you, right, from the year 2025 onwards, you're entering into the gunmetal trend, right? Gunmetal trend, which is your very favorable elemental trend, all right? That's the reason, right? From 2024 onwards, right? Because 我们的大运其实是在那个年份的前几个月就会转的，所以你在2024之后就会有很大的发展哦。你可以自己开公司的开一个 training center。Can I know about my romance encounter for next year? OK， 可以。你看一下明年嘛，我要告诉你你现在跟你的这个女朋友嘛，有可能嘛，有两个可能，有两个可能。第一个可能呢，就是你今年跟她分手；第二个可能呢，就是你明年还是跟她在一起，还是断断续续不会断。第三个可能就是你明年会有一个新的女朋友，可是到最后呢，就是坦白说嘛，我觉得呢，会有一个新的女朋友的机会会比较大，因为呢，你明年就是2023年癸嘛，第一卯戌合化火然后呢，癸是人的那个怎么说一个阴一个阳的水，你是阳水嘛，癸是阴水嘛，你对一个身弱的命造来说有另外一个劫财出现呢，代表有新的感情出现。所以很大机会呢，你下一年2023年会有新的女朋友的。OK，Bob，可不可以？而且呢，你的夫妻宫也是合卯戌合卯戌明年是卯嘛，明年是肚子年白肚就跟那个狗是合的戌就是狗，所以呢，明年你是会有一个新的一段感情的。坦白说，我是这样觉得所以你有一个心理准备了这个嘛，我看一下你的紫微斗数命盘嘛，你等我一下，我 plot 一下你的紫微斗数命盘，你的那个。我看一下你 WhatsApp 是什么号码。OK，那其实 Bob 呢他是我要谢谢他就是呢他支持我这个 live 的这个在 live 上面呢做那个 live check analysis 呢谢谢他给我就是有 support 我这个live 的 analysis，然后呢有就是他有在金钱上呢 support 我了，所以我也感谢 Paul 他付了我80块钱，再让我呢在这个 live 上面跟他解释他的命盘所以要谢谢 Paul 给我的支持谢谢 Paul 给我那个 financial support to